Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this tutorial slash review of the new Too Faced Tutti Frutti collection. It's a big ass collection, man. I did take a poll on Instagram as well as YouTube, and it was so close, you guys, so close. It was between Tutti Frutti and my everyday makeup tutorial. It just kept going back and forth. It was like Tutti Frutti and then my everyday, and like finally it settled and it was Tutti Frutti, but they were so close. It was like by a hair. I'm obviously gonna show you my everyday makeup tutorial. I'm going to do that, but I decided to film this one first. So we're gonna be talking about the new Do You foundations. We're gonna be talking about all of their like face palettes, highlight palettes, the banana powder, the eyeshadow palettes, which are, look at this packaging. This is not the one that I used. I used the purpley one, clearly, but oh, they killed it. I mean, come on, Too Faced is a huge company, like they have a ton of money, so they better kill it with the packaging, but man, they did. I'm also gonna give you 2 lip options. I know this one's kind of intense, but I just wanted to give you a couple different swatches of the like lip glaze or whatever the hell it's called. So if you wanna see how I got this look and also what I think of all of these products, I guess we'll just get into the video. Okay, first of all, just ignore any background noise that you're hearing. It might not be super obvious. Guy refuses to not work out while I'm filming. Thanks. So I have a little bit of peach color corrector underneath my eyes right now to start off, and I primed my face using, where did it go? The Huda Beauty Matte Perfection Pre-Makeup Base, just because I'm gonna be using the Do You foundation and it's obviously dewy. So I typically, when I use a dewy foundation, I like to use something that's gonna be a little bit more, not necessarily mattifying, but like a little more, I don't know, neutral-ish as far as like the finish. All right, so the shade I'm gonna be using is Golden Beige. This is a full coverage Fresh Glow foundation infused with juicy watermelon and fresh cucumber. I did not read that before. So it says long wearing, dewy finish, hydrating, and brightening. It could be a little bit dark, but it's fine. It is like watermelon cucumber. All right, and then I'm just gonna go in with my Il Makiage 100 foundation blending brush. Okay, so I don't know how obvious this is to you guys. I can see it better. When I try to go in with buffing motions with my brush, it kind of pulls in certain areas. I remove the product from this area and then it's a little bit heavier here. And there are just certain areas where it's not really evenly dispersed. I feel like it works a little bit better with patting motions, but that's not how I like to use brush. So I don't know, I might give this guy a try with my beauty blender. The color is slightly orange, a little bit yellow for me. It's not too bad though. I think once I go in with my concealer, it'll melt a little bit better. For concealer, I'm going to use another Too Faced product. This is the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond. I'm going to blend this out with my Sigma Wedge sponge, whatever the hell this thing is called. Can you guys see that right there? I know you guys want an update on my under eye filler. I'm just gonna like pop it in here just cause we're here, you know? I went a second time to get it like fixed a little bit, and for what, I don't know what it is, but it just kind of like settles really low. Like, I don't know what to do about it because I really like the results. I don't know if my body just like dissolves it faster or if it just doesn't take or if it just like settles in different areas more easily. I don't really know. This has been my first experience with it. Kind of want to contact them again just to see if like there's something that can be done, and if not, I'm probably gonna get it dissolved. But you know, that was the point. Give it a try and let you guys know what's poppin'. Depending on like what I decide, I might do like a follow-up video. All right, so now that my concealer's blended out, I feel like I'm really loving the finish of this foundation. Like they meld really well together. The color looks a lot better. And I definitely think like for right now, because LA is still pretty hot, it might be too dewy for me if you like tend to be normal to oily, which is my skin type. But LA gets so dry in the wintertime. So for the colder months, I think I'm gonna love this foundation because it has really nice coverage, but it's also like natural looking on the skin. Like it doesn't look too heavy, probably because it's more dewy finish. So I'm gonna go in with like a tiny bit more concealer. This is just how I do it. And then I'm gonna set it. I'm going to be using from the collection, the Banana Cream setting powder. It's got kind of like a neutral base and the little bananas. It's super cute. The packaging for this collection it's too much. Like it's so bomb. And it smells like banana runts. Just looks, gives you that airbrushed finish. All right, and then I'm just gonna use that same powder in my T-zone, just in the areas where it tends to get oily, especially since this is a dewy foundation. So I'm gonna do some contouring using the new KKW Beauty Powder Contour Singles. The colors that I like are 2, 3, and 6. I'm gonna use 2, which is like slightly warmer of the cool shades, to do my nose, and then I'm gonna use 6 for the rest of my face. I haven't contoured my nose with just a powder in a really long time. This might look like shit. I haven't done this with powder in a really long time. I feel like it's easier to blend when you use a cream. All right, for the rest of my face, I'm gonna use number 6, and I'm gonna be using my Morphe R7 brush. The foundation is taking to this powder really well though. So let's go into the eyes. So the one that I'm immediately drawn to, the palette, is the Sparkling Pineapple Eyeshadow palette. First of all, the packaging is just like so cute, but the colors are just, oh, I just love them so much. I think they're really beautiful. I love, like, you have like every shade that you would need except for this like matte bone shade. I never use those. If you're into that kind of thing, you got it. I just really love the way that looks, but I feel like I've been using a lot of warm mattes and like green or blues. So instead, I'm gonna go against my better judgment. I'm gonna use the Razzle Dazzle Berry eyeshadow palette. It's a bunch of purples. Not a huge fan of purples, but we're gonna do it. It does smell delicious. So I'm gonna prime my eyes with the e.l.f. whatever this is called. This is an amazing drugstore primer, just in case you guys are looking for something. The farther along I get in my makeup, the more I'm liking this foundation. The finish of it is just so beautiful. It's really natural. Like, it's not too dewy. It doesn't look wet on my skin. It just looks like my skin. So to start off, I think I'm gonna go into my crease with this kind of like light mauvey shade. I'm gonna use this on a fluffy blending brush. This is the Precision Crease Blender from Stilazzi. That is really pretty. And these shadows are blending beautifully. All right, so next I'm gonna go into this super bright purple. I'm gonna throw this in my crease and see what happens. No fallout so far. We shall see what happens with the shimmers. I'm gonna grab this kind of like deep midnight blue shade. It's got like, it looks like it's got some purple and like cobalt blue reflex in it. I don't really know, but I'm gonna grab that on a smaller brush and I'm gonna kind of create like a little bit of a halo effect. So it looks like it's a mostly matte shadow with some reflect in it. All right, so I really want the lid to pop. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna use this ColourPop concealer. This is Light 16. I'm just gonna place a little bit on my lid and then using a flat brush. All right, for my lid, I think I wanna use this color. I wanna use a shimmer. And for this, I'm using my Sigma E54. I wonder if my finger would be better. I'm just gonna try it with the brush first. I'm worried about getting transfer, so I kind of want to just bring it up really high. All right, so I did 3 passes, just picking it up with the brush, patting it down, blending it out. It applied beautifully with the brush and I have no fallout. Pretty impressed. All right, I think I'm gonna do a similar process for my lower lash line. I'm gonna start off with that first shade, our transition shade, and just kind of buff this, kind of focusing it like underneath my eye bag. You do not have to smoke it out this much. I got a lot of real estate going on down here though. So I'm just building it up in the same progression. And I'm trying to leave the center open because I want to create like another halo like effect. This one's getting a little bit low. Might have to clean that up a little bit. I don't want to go like too hard on the inner corner because it can tend to like kind of drag the eye down. I want to add like a slight lift to the eyes. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of like boop, boop, boop. So I'm going to grab a blending brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that midnight blue. Add a little more up here. See that difference? I mean, I'm going to blend that out. It's a little bit harsh right now, but it makes a big difference. I want to just kind of like, I don't know, soften that a little bit because it came down a little low. So I'm gonna pick up that banana powder again, just kind of buff like right here. Bring that color up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab that same rose gold shade and place that in the center of the lower lash line. If you're afraid of getting fallout, make sure that you're just like really slowly, really gently pressing. So I'm gonna move on to the rest of the face before I finish off the eyes. They have a lot of really nice like little cheek and face palettes. They have a really good amount for like medium to deep skin tones. And they all have a unique scent, but it's not like way too much. They have this, they've got this guy, which is really pretty, which obviously like way too dark for me, but it would look really beautiful with this eye palette. I've got this, which I think I'm gonna use as my blush. It's still a little bit dark, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to go in and do my blush. This is the Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo. Strawberry. Strawberry. I feel like all of these colors, especially the purpley ones, look like they're gonna be really intense. But then once you start using them, you realize how user-friendly they are. That is so pretty. For highlight, I'm going to use this one right here. This is from the Pineapple Paradise Strobing Bronzer Duo. So this is Pineapple Sun. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh, Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know how it looks on camera, but I'm seeing kind of a pink shift. Oh, this might be a little bit dark for my skin tone. Like, I'm worried about. Can you see that? You can kind of see the pigment, but we're just gonna go with it because it's the only one I got. Like, this collection is really nice for medium to deep skin, I think. They don't have a whole lot of options for like fair skin. Like, the eyeshadow palettes are obviously universal, but as far as the cheek and face palettes, so if you're like very fair, because I actually have like somewhat of a tan right now, or a little bit left, and this highlighter is still too dark for me. Oh, I forgot to do my inner corner highlight on my brow bone. All right, let's see. It's so interesting because when I look at that highlighter, it looks like it's gonna be really glittery, but it doesn't look glittery on my skin. It just looks glowy. Okay, I'm pretty sure one of these lashes doesn't look right, but that's okay. And my contacts are about to jump out of my face. So I'm gonna give you two lip options. These are the Comfort Lip Glaze glosses, I guess. They're like a thick pigmented gloss. So this is the shade Grin and Bear It, and then this is Who Gives a Fig. So I'm just going to start off by lining my lips. Ooh, that's way more metallic than I thought it was gonna be. All right, so that's the first lip. Not really sure how I feel about it. It just kind of looked like it was gonna be like a little bit shimmery, but it's very metallic. It's pretty comfortable though. And I like the applicator, it's really nice. Now let's try Who Gives a Fig. So I'm gonna line my lips with NYX Urban Cafe. I love how comfortable these feel on the lip. I'm just gonna get it all over my teeth. Oh God, it's all over my teeth. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I'm having a ridiculously hard time keeping this shit off of my teeth. Me personally, I would probably remove this lip and just go in with like one of my classic nude lip liner, clear gloss, because I think it's a little bit too much with this. But if you're into it, I mean, go for it. The formula is really creamy and comfortable, but like I said, it's kind of like, it's all over my teeth. Like, I'm just having a really hard time with that, and it's also starting to bleed on the outer corners, So overall, I think that all the powders are really, really nice. I love the eyeshadow palettes. Like, they blended so beautifully, and the colors are really interesting. Like, each palette has a really nice combination of colors. And like I said, the purples looked like they were gonna be really, really intense, but they were much more easy to work with than I thought. Like, I built them up quite a bit and made this like pretty smoky, dramatic, what is this called? Halo eye, but you can definitely like tone things down if you need to. And I think they did a really good job with it. Plus the packaging is just like, ugh, I love everything about the packaging. The gold, and then this little like, the Too Faced logo is right there. I don't know how well you can see that, if you can see that. TF. They smell good, but they're not like overpowering. Do you see that? When you look at it, you think it's gonna be really intense, but I mean, I'm wearing this as my blush color and it's so natural and just kind of like glowy. So the only things that I am not that into, I didn't even mention these, liquid glitter eyeshadow. I hate liquid glitter eyeshadow. I did some swatching on my hand and they just always end up kind of looking patchy to me. I haven't tried them on my eyes, but I just kind of know that I'm not gonna like them. Let's see what else. They had some like, it was like a liquid glittery highlight, but it looked like straight up glitter in like an oil, and I was not into it, so didn't try that either. And I just don't really think that I'm a big fan of these, honestly. I don't love like a super pigmented gloss. They do feel nice, they're creamy, and they smell delicious, but I don't know. Didn't really like stand out to me. For me, the eyeshadow palettes, I love the banana powder. I think it's super brightening and really nice. And then all of the cheek palettes. All right guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you are interested in any of these products or if you have any of them, please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm back. I'm back. All right guys, thank you so much for watching and hopefully I will see you in the next one.